best things about airsoft is that it gives you such a variety of weapons to use. You have such a choice. M4s, M16s, AKs, machine guns, saws, sniper rifles. It's such a good sport to enable you to enjoy playing with guns that, you know, are iconic, things that you've seen, that you like and you enjoy. Obviously, AKs and M4s are massively used, and rightly so. They've got so many parts to them. It's easy to replace them, upgrade them. Sometimes it's worthwhile buying a gun, something that makes you smile, something that's got some historic value, something that, I don't know, something like this. As you would have seen from the title of the video, this is the G&G 980 SE Karl 98. This is possibly, in my opinion, one of the most iconic Allied weapons of World War II. The G&G I've gone for is particularly great because of the SE. SE meaning shell ejecting, which is a nice realistic kind of feel. This is a real wood version as well. I wanted to get something that was just a little bit more classic, as a replica of the real gun. The box itself, I have to say, look at that fantastic box. It's an interesting though that it does say that it's AEG. It's not AEG. This is a gas rifle, and as I say, it's a shell ejecting. So I think what they do is they use the standard box, but then they put this sticker over the top, which clearly says this is the shell ejecting version. Beautiful box. I think really nice. I think they've done a good job with that. And you expect that, wouldn't you? Just having a look around the box a bit more. It's heavy. You spent a lot of time on this. I think it looks really, really nice. Again, on the side, logos, AEG, and again, just a disclaimer on there. So the purpose of this video is really just to have a look at what's inside the box, see what you get, give you an idea of how it fires, what it's like, and to show you what a great gun I've got. So what I want to do is unbox this video, show you what's inside. So a proper unboxing, just to give you an idea of what's inside the box, put on the chrono and do some test fires with it, and see how it's like out the box. I've also then accessorized on this, which I'll show you as well. Things like I bought the sights, the mounts, and the higher power shells. Again, in case some people are saying, I've had this with my other video, this is still perfectly legal, okay? I'm not doing anything illegal. This gun and shooting it will be absolutely fine. But let's look. Let's see what you get in the box. Okay, so inside. Take a look at that. And that is why I went for the wood version. Oh my god, that's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, let's have a look. So, first thing we get is an instruction manual. The instruction manual is fairly large. Details about the gun. Obviously about how to load the gun, cocking the gun, loading the gun up, how to adjust the sights. I mean, this is a proper, look at this. Okay, so it's different languages. But this is quite a detailed range, and you need to be. If it's shell injecting, then you'd want to know what to do and how to use this. So, BBs. I'd say these G&G BBs are probably worthwhile keeping. There's quite a few in there as well. So, again, people throw them, don't throw these. We've got the label that it came with. Unfortunately, I've already taken that off. In this bag, you have, this is a 5-shot So you have 5 guns on there. So you have your 5 magazine on here as well. These are the G&G version, and you can buy higher power ones, which I mentioned earlier on, which I'll show you a bit later on. How cool are they? They look gorgeous. So the BB goes in the bottom there, and again the gas is in the gun, not in the shell on these ones. So yeah. Also in the box, we have a sling. Sling is nice, it's a leather sling, and I'll show you how to install that a bit later on. You have, now I don't know what this is. If anyone could tell me, please email me because or comment. I've seen several of these, but yeah, okay. And jammer rod. And then the gun itself. Oh, gee, look at that. That is gorgeous, and it weighs some as well. That's proper wood, and it feels amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, let's get rid of the box. Let's have a look at the gun. So let's have a look around the gun. So you've got the metal butt plate on the back with G&G Taiwan written on the back. This is metal. I'm using a metal ring there, sorry, just, it's some kind of pot metal. You've got your metal disc on both sides, and this is for your disassembly. You've then got your sling mount to the back. It's a beautiful piece of wood as well. Oh, it's stunning, isn't it? Isn't that a beautiful looking thing? You've got metal trigger and metal trigger guard. You've got your bolt assembly on the top, which again is obviously all metal, with a G&G logo on the top here. Coming forward, you've got a button here, and if you press this, this releases the tool on the side here, which then enables you to adjust your front sight, and also would insert into the gap here, enabling you to work on the gun whilst it still stands. You've got safety on the top. This is in safe. You then got your safe here where you can pull the trigger, but you can't still pull the bolt, and then your firing mode on the side there. You've got a metal bolt on the side, beautiful little bolt, really tactile, really easy to use, such a smooth action as well. You really feel that. That's an outtake. Absolutely lovely, really nice. Coming up a bit further on, you've got a plate on here with a G&G on the top. So you've got your normal sights on here as well, and these sights are adjustable. And by squeezing the lever on the side here, you can then adjust the height of this to make it the aperture that you want. Also under there, you've got the hop up, which this tool also will use to help you adjust your hop. This tool, it's pretty secure in there. You can use anything. It's a small Phillips screwdriver. It's a small flathead screwdriver, so it doesn't matter if you use this. And I have to say, it's pretty secure in there. But I mean, anything you can use that. Coming again, wood faux on the front here. Swinging the gun back round. You've got your front sling point coming up to your tiny cleaning rod on here. This is just show. I know on the bad boy this doesn't come off. This one it does. And then you've got your front sight with the sleeve over the top. That is the G&G Kar98. I don't know about you, but that's just beautiful. It is an iconic gun. It feels so nice. Again, it sights really nicely. I have to say, I've got bad eyes. I have to wear glasses, which I don't use right now. But for me, when I'm trying to aim this and then get it down the sight, I'm losing the target. So I want to put a mount on here. I want to put a scope on here. And to do that, you put it onto this scope mount on the side here, which is adjusted and ready on the gun. The only problem is that when you put them on, the scope sits here, which means if you want to fire the gun like this and look really stupid, it's not going to work. So I have bought an adjustment or an attachment, and you have to replace this, take this part out. Instead of using that mount, it then sits on top of there, which means that your scope will be able to sit further back. It shouldn't affect the shells ejecting from the gun, but we'll see. This is part of the accessories that I bought for the gun, which I'll show you in a moment. So to release the bolt, you have a switch here. You pull back. And when you pull that back, then your bolt will slide out. When inserting the bolt back, make sure that this arm is on the side. Let's try and do this from the camera. So make sure the bolt's on the side. This part slides back in and then locks back into place. Voila. Yes. Okay, so using the clip strip is great and really practical for loading it quickly, but there's nothing better than loading it singly by putting the shells in and just pushing them down. Nice. So, this is what you get out of the box. Let's perhaps chromo this. I'll put the scope on there just to make it a bit easier for me to shoot, and see how it shoots. And so for the firing, what I'm going to do is set up a table here and I'm going to take a shot to my target down there. I'll use 5 of the low powered shells first, and then I'll use the 5 high powered shells afterwards. Okay, so that's the 12 rounds off. Felt like the lower power ones were going higher actually, and the high power ones seemed to fly a little bit straighter. Let's have a look, see how it went. You can see the first shot was here, coming down to here. Most of the shots were fairly close. Creepy is not too bad. Size of the target, I mean, we're talking not bad at all. Okay, so we've got one slightly lower here, but mainly the grouping up here, not bad. Quite pleased with the shooting on that. Okay, so let's just look at some of the accessories that you can buy for the gun to upgrade it, to improve it. First thing I bought is these RA Tech shells. Now these shells are very similar to the G&G, a bit bigger perhaps on the top. And these give you, so supposedly these shoot around about 400 FPS, and these shoot up to 450 FPS. So so we'll check those out and see how they go. A friend of mine also printed off these, did some 3D prints with these. These are plastic training shells. So that, because obviously with these they're going to get worn and they wear at the end, at the bottom where the gun grips it and ejects it. So so he printed these off so that I've got these so I can play with a bit more. So how they go. And then I bought this, which is the scope, which I mentioned earlier on. Now the scope sits on the mount, which I mentioned earlier as well, which is here. And this slides in here. There is a retaining bolt, which I haven't reduced. So that would sit like this. And that's pretty much what I was mentioning earlier on about the sight being really set forward. Because, excuse me, it's a bit precarious. You can, but it's really, I mean, you're not gonna do that. So what I've done is I bought this, okay, and this then sits, or you take this out, and this sits there inside where the original scope would be. That enables you then to mount the scope probably a little bit further back, around about there. Obviously I'll have to buy another scope now because this is a size scope, and hopefully that then should make it a little bit more optimal to use. But I didn't want to put that on, or I don't want to use that until obviously I've done this video. So perhaps I'll put that on and do that as the next video. Right, so let's look at the sling. So to put the sling on, it is quite easy, but it looks a bit tricky. So you've got the sling on there, but it has got the G&G logo on the side. I don't mind. So the way to do this is to firstly to detach this part here. Okay. So, yes, I'm going to wear my glasses for this. So once you've attached this part, get the long part of here, put it through your front scope, your front mount, through the loop, and then through the clasp at the end. You have to push this back so it just goes forward. Like this. Put it through the end part. Okay, turning the gun over again, putting the loop through here. Then get this part. Now go through the loop first, bring it across, and then just push it through. Like so. And then that sits flush. And that's your mount. Let's just, and that will sit flush on there and sit into the crevice on the side there as well. Easy. Simple. So conclusions. I say it every time. Every single gun I buy, I love. There's not many that I didn't like. The L96 or 86 that plastic one I did, not great. This is stunning. I mean, it's stunning. It's beautiful. Look at it. Is it practical for gameplay? Shell ejecting? No, it probably isn't. You're going to lose these shells, and it's not going to be great. But it doesn't matter, because this isn't necessarily a game. It's not going to be a gun that I'm going to take to games. This is a gun that I'm going to plink and play and enjoy and cock and see the shells shoot out. And you know, why do you buy something like this? You know, there's a Snow Wolf version, and I know that you got a magazine underneath, and that's great, and it takes 30 odd shots and such, and that's good, and that's fine, and you can play with that. This one isn't probably so practical for that, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it because it's real wood. I bought it because it's metal. I bought it because it's a real replica of, or a realistic replica of a Second World War iconic gun. If you like Germans or if you like Americans or English, it doesn't matter. This is an iconic gun, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. The action's really smooth. The firing was great. The targeting wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't bad, even with my poor eyes. Would you buy this? This is probably the most powerful Kar98 on the market. There are other better other versions and some which are more expensive than this. But this, as far as I can tell, and I've looked, and it's only my opinion, with the real wood, with shooting at the with the higher velocity shells at 440 FPS, why wouldn't you? It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful gun. Would I buy one? Hell yeah, I bought this one. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know, comment, let me know if there's anything I can do to improve, or if there's anything else you'd like to see. Thank you for watching. I appreciate there's a load of videos out there, and you've taken the time to watch this one. Please press the like button, hit the little bell for notifications of my next guns. Maybe something like this, which is going back even old school. But thank you again. Thank you for watching. Maybe this gun, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cold.